Welcome back to your video tutorials, Excel 2013, day 12, exercise 2. Okay, we're gonna continue formatting worksheets. Okay, exercise to use. We are gonna open Unit C and then EXC C3. Okay, here's our file. We're gonna be using file, save as, under computer, under our folder Excel files, and we are gonna rename it WLX inventory. There you go. So we're gonna continue working pretty much with the same. Okay, this is another exercise. Okay, apply required formulas, format values, change content size, adjust columns, insert and delete rows if we need it, input new data, and again use a conditional format. And we're also gonna be using the graph text. Okay, there you go. So this is our well, it looks like an inventory. Okay, so we have the lovely lights, that's the title. We have a markup, okay, 1.35. So basically the markup basically is telling us that this company is making 35%, okay, on everything that they sell. Okay, so here's the items. Again, we're gonna be using, okay, double click into the column to resize it. Okay, we have the price paid, sold by, on hand, how many we have on hand value, and so price. Okay, I know you guys are probably gonna say, hey, there's some misspelling. Yes, we're also gonna be checking the misspellings. Okay, let me add EFG, another step here. Okay, and we're gonna be checking our, let's see, what are you? What are you? Okay, there you are. Spelling or proofread. Okay, there you go. Okay, now let's go ahead and start working with this. Okay, so here's the markup. What we have, okay, here's the item. This is the price that this company paid per each item, and they sell by box or piece. Okay, so they have 59 pieces on hand. Okay, so what is the on hand value? Okay, and the on hand value, we need to create a formula. Okay, now before I continue, let's go ahead and take care of the spelling. Okay, I don't feel very comfortable. See, just going over the labels and see the misspellings. Okay, so here's the review tab. Every time that we click into the review tab and we want to do our spelling, check our spelling, we click on the ABC. Okay, now this window is gonna open. Okay, it's telling me that this word is not into the dictionary, and it's giving me some options, suggestions. So I'm gonna choose value, and just in case it is misspelled again, I'm gonna click on change on. Okay, we have the knowledge polish. Okay, that's also misspelled. Here's a suggestions. We're gonna click on change on. Okay, shampoo. We're also gonna select the second suggestion here and click on change. And there we go. That one's telling us that the check spelling is complete. Okay, we click on save. We come back to our home. Now back here to our formulas. Okay, so what we need to know what's the on value. Okay, so if we pay 1380, right, and we have 59 pieces on hand, there's a formula equals b4 times d4, enter, and this is what we have on value. Okay, remember that from here on we're gonna be using the fill handle, and there's our totals. Okay, we're gonna get another total label down here, and I'm gonna be getting my total here by using, I'm gonna type in my function and then I'm gonna select the range. There's my parentheses and hit enter, and there's a grand total on hand value. Okay. We could also use the field handles here into Excel to the left hand side. Okay, so this is, if we double click, we see that we have the correct formula, 409 pieces. Okay, perfect. Now, the sale price. Well, how much is going to be the sales price? So this is what they paid, right? 1380, and then we need to multiply this by the 1.35. That's going to give us the total, including the 35% markup. Okay, so there's the total. This is going to be the markup price, okay? This company paid 1380 and it's going to be selling this item, okay, by box for $18.63. Now, right here to save time, we're going to be using the field handle. Then again, see what happens. Excel is not highlighting the correct cells, okay? Again, we're going to click into the cell that it has a formula. We're going to click into the formula bar. We click into the F4 on the keyboard. It's going to apply the dollar sign before and after the I. We hit enter and then we copy the formula and we should get the formula correct. Okay, now right here we see that we have some extra decimals. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove some decimals from here. Increase, decrease, and then increase, and there we go. Okay, so we have two decimals. Okay, now all this data right here, we're gonna format all this data. Okay, not on hand value, just the on hand value and sale price. Okay, how about if we click into the down arrow and we select currency. Okay, now currency I didn't really like it because the dollar sign is close to the numbers. Okay, we could highlight them again and use the accounting format here. And there we are. Okay, I'm gonna apply the same accounting format to the price. Okay, the items are they gonna be sold? We're gonna center that. Okay, now let's say that right here we have this on hand value. Okay, and we say okay, but the text is too long. Okay, there's gonna be occasions that we wanna use the wrap text. Now, what's the wrap text gonna do? Already click into it, it didn't do anything, but when we start resizing the column, okay, we are not gonna see the rest of the text. What is that? Okay, what we need to do is that we are gonna need to double click into the line dividing, okay, 3 and 4 to expand, okay, uh, to change the height of this row. Okay, the whole row is gonna be changed, but that's fine because now we're gonna highlight it and we're gonna continue doing some formatting here. Now in this case we could use see the other center alignment for the height, center for the width. Now items, I'm just gonna move that back to the left side. No, that's okay, it's just gonna stay there. Okay, so that's a wrap text. Okay, I'm sorry, wrap text. Okay, great. Now that we have our prices, let's see. So price. Okay, we don't need. I mean, it doesn't make sense if we get this total sale price, right? Let's go ahead and these on hand values, including the total. I'm gonna align that to the center. This total on hand value. Okay, we're also gonna apply the dollar sign. Okay, when we see this bunch of number signs, it's because we need to resize the column. And there we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a little bit of format. Okay, again, I'm gonna be using the merchant center. You guys can see merchant center. This time I'm gonna be using a different type of one. Okay, since it's lovely legs, okay, because of the name and the items that they sell, okay. I'm gonna be going with this format, okay. And again, see from the cell styles. Okay, something similar. Okay, I'm gonna apply all borders, and then right here to these labels, I'm gonna do the same. Okay, apply all borders. Use the same cell style. Perfect. Okay, on the total, I'm just gonna use a little bit different cell styles. That, boom. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna be selecting the range. Once we select the range, I'm also gonna be applying all borders. Okay. Now that we have all borders, okay, we're gonna be using the conditional format. Okay, we're gonna apply a conditional format to the on hand on the items that we have on hand. Okay. Now let's say that the conditional format is just gonna be, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the color icon sets. Okay. On the icon sets, let's see. I'm gonna be using. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this 3 traffic lights for him. Okay. Now you guys are probably gonna say, okay, but those colors, what do they mean? Why we have green, red, and yellow? Okay, let's go ahead and find out. I'm gonna select the same range, D4 through D14. Now, when we come back to the conditional format and we go to the manage rules, this window is gonna open the conditional format in Rules Manager. Okay, now right here is not giving us that information that we're looking for. We are gonna click into Edit Rule. When we click into the edit rule, right here, that's where we are gonna see why we get in a green, etc., etc. Okay, for example, see icon, the green one, when value is greater than or equal to 67. Okay, so anything that is equal or greater than 67 is gonna be formatted in green. Yellow, when the value is, when the number cell or the cell is less than 67 and greater than or equal to 33. Okay, and then the red one, see, when value is less than 33. Okay, now we can always modify this, okay, but in this case, let's say that, I mean, anytime that we have less than 33, we want to find that right away, so it's going to change the color. Once it changes the color, we know that we need to order more. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click on OK, OK to close that. Now let's see this. Okay, let's say that number one curious. Okay, let's say that we sold 25 today. Okay, now when we hit enter, see, now it's gonna change on red. Okay, so in this case here we could say, okay, on hand value if data goes under 30 goes below order more items. Awesome. Okay, so we can just leave a note like that so people will know. Okay, okay, we have 29 on the conditioner. We need to order more right away. Scrumptious shampoo. Number 3, curlers. Number 1, jumbo conditioner, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Now, if we get more, and let's say that we now have another, we place an order for 50. Now we have 72. Okay. So when we type in the numbers here, it's gonna change it to red. Okay. There you go. I just need to do a little bit of format to my markup here. And there we go. Okay. Well, So there's our lovely likes. Okay, spreadsheet. Okay, make sure that you just click on save. Okay, so we apply required formulas, format values, we change the font size, adjust columns, insert the leave rules, input data, conditional format, we use wrap text, and we use our spelling or proofread. Okay, well, thank you guys, and thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.